Hey, I hope you've had a good day today. I just was making some stuffed eggs and I just wanted to show you. Now these I've done with sweet relish. Normally when I do them for my family, I do them with the dill, but Randy and I like the sweet, and these are for someone that wanted the sweet. And so I boiled 14 eggs because I was trying to do 24 halves, and of course one of them burst. You always have that to happen, and then some of them didn't want to peel really well. But anyway, I ended up with 13 yolks, and to that I just of course did it up really fine with a fork, and to that I used a half of an 8-ounce jar of the sweet relish. I used just a squirt of mustard, and I used 2 big tablespoon dollops of mayonnaise, okay, and probably a half a teaspoon of pepper. Did not use any salt, and so they're really good. Now let me tell you what I did. The yolk, the white, since it tore up on a couple of them, I just took those, chopped it up really fine, and added it to my mixture to try to make it, and normally I always have enough anyway, but to make sure, because I'm piping them, that I had plenty of my filling. And see how rich these eggs are. I've told y'all these are fresh eggs, and see how yellow, they're almost orange. But so it's just got the mayonnaise, the sweet pickle relish, when I say a dab of mustard, and pepper. And I did have, now for the top, we could do sprinkle the paprika on there. When I do the dill relish, I do the little capers. On these though, I do have a jar that a friend gifted me of some homemade pickles, and I'm gonna actually cut those and just make little half moon type things that I'll stick up in the pickles in the stuffed eggs for decoration. But anyway, this is the, I'm not sure what tip that is, but I'm gonna tilt it down a little bit. Maybe y'all can see me pipe them, but I just kind of do that. They turn out really pretty. If you didn't have a tip or whatever, you could just use a bag and cut the end. Just make sure it's not a double bag, and just pipe it on in there. Sometimes it doesn't want to turn loose with this. And that one, oh, that's a long piece of pickle is the reason that didn't want to come out. That's sometimes what happens with the jars of relish. And so we're just gonna pipe all of this in here, and they'll look really pretty when I put the little piece of the pickle. I'll get that out in a minute, y'all. I'm trying to concentrate on this, and I guess I can't concentrate and talk at the same time. But these are gonna work out, and this is gonna be perfect as far as the amount of filling that we're gonna have. I'll try to go back. Some of them, those pickles, like I said, they're coming out kind of long on some of them, but we'll add a little bit, and I'll go back in and fill in with what I've got left. But aren't those pretty? Look how pretty those are. And like I said, I will just take a pickle. These are my little pickles, and I'll just cut off just a little sliver like that, and I'll just kind of stick it up in it, and that'll be the little garnishment. See, like I've done on that, instead of doing the paprika, and that gives them a little taste of a sweet pickle too. So anyway, I know a lot of people do them a lot of different ways. This is just simple though. The hardest part in the eggs really is if they don't peel easily, then you're struggling. And I had a lot of that with this too, because fresh eggs, a lot of times they don't peel as well as the older eggs do, but these will be wonderful. So I hope that if you're looking for a way to do stuffed eggs, that you might try this, and you may have another way that you do yours and things you add into yours that I would love to hear about. My family loves stuffed eggs, and I've seen where there are actually stuffed egg bars or whatever that you can go and get all these different flavored of the eggs, and we would love that. So share with me if you've got a recipe of something different that you do. I hope that you'll keep faith in your heart, peace in your home, and good food on your table. I love you, and God bless.